Well, how I heard about No Boundaries is I was sitting on my couch one night in December and I was praying about California, of how I got accepted to the Dream Center and I leave in September. And so I was just kind of praying, asking God, like I couldn't wait really to get to Cali and start serving. And he said, why not now? And so I decided to get online and I simply Googled human trafficking awareness in Oklahoma City. And up popped a YouTube video of this, I don't even really know what it was, I think it was a news article or something, and at the very end, No Boundaries website was on there. So I clicked on it and it stood out and I couldn't wait to sign up, and they had a new volunteer orientation that January. So I signed up for it, and coming here, I don't even think I really knew that this was faith-based or anything. I just kind of signed up and knew I was supposed to go. And so I remember getting there that Saturday morning, and when you opened up with worship, I just thought, I was like, whoa, okay, this is definitely something I like and I could be a part of it. And so I remember leaving there and I was just like, well, something has to change. And so from that day on, I just prayed one simple prayer of, God, I need you to break out of this box I have you in. And little did I know that that small little prayer would change absolutely everything in my life from that point on. I was driving to work, and I remember I was just praying and stuff before work, and he said, so clearly out of nowhere, I'm going to turn your fears into passions. And so I was just kind of like, okay, God, well, what does that mean exactly? And so he didn't give me anything else, he just told me that. And then the next week, almost a week to that day, I was laying there doing quiet time in my room. And after my quiet time, I just kind of closed my eyes and he gave me a vision of me preaching on stage in front of all these people. And before, he had told me I was going to be a speaker, and I said, absolutely not, Jesus, thank you, but no thank you. And so I kind of fought that for many years, actually. And I remember after that vision, I kind of woke up from it, or like opened my eyes from it, and I was thinking that vision was really cool. Like, that's something I enjoyed doing. Like, I could see myself speaking, and I was like, that's something I had a passion for. And then it clicked, and I was like, Jesus, you turned my fears into passions. And I remember the first guy I ever prayed for, because I was kind of scared of praying out loud when I first came here, and you'll get over that quickly if that's a fear of yours, because we're praying over everyone and I love it now. And so I remember the first guy, I took him his bag of groceries, and I think his name was Miles or something, but he just sat there for a second, and then I was like, Miles, is there anything else you need? And he said, will you pray for me? And I just remember this fear came over me, like, oh gosh, well, yes, I'll pray for you, but I don't do this. And so he just asked, and it was just such a simple prayer, and he was so thankful for it. And I mean, I don't know, it's simply just talking to God, so it's not a big deal, but of course I had to make it a big deal until I came here and did it daily. I definitely know that God had this in mind from day one, because it has completely made me who I am today in my faith. It's been just 3 short months here, but it's literally changed my life, and I, for the first time, have a foundation for my faith, and I'm taking leaps of faith that I never thought I would. Just having the NBI staff, just as a whole, everyone just pushing you to your calling and your destiny, and calling out destiny in you, and just having all those mentors in your life of just being with you and praying over you, and just having them to look up to has been something that's really stood out to me the most, and just really, I guess, affected my walk, and just kind of helped God break out of that box I had him in.
Good job, Hillary. I was so nervous for her. I see the sweat on your brow there.